Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim and this is Expedition 3 Pages, and today I'm going to go through my TBR from Roll of Reads, the Readathon. So if you don't know, the Readathon Roll of Reads is run by Mel from a book fiend named Mel, and I will link down in the description to Mel's channel where she kind of explains this game in full and all the rules and everything like that. I'm not going to go over anything like that. I'm just going to play and kind of explain the rules that I encounter along the way. But Mel is absolutely fantastic, so please do go and check out her channel and check out all the grander rules of this readathon. So yeah, I'm really excited. I did my rolls a few days ago, so I've been waiting to film this video for ages, it feels like. So I actually decided this time to do 10 rolls, and that is because I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to read 10 books in March. But I love playing the game and I thought, right, I'm just going to maximize the number of rolls I do. And then throughout March, I'm going to pick like the prompts out of a bag as I go, because I think I tend to read a lot better when I pick my reads like that. I think if I'm kind of left to my own devices, I either end up reading 9 books at once and never finishing anything, or I just don't read anything. So when it's a little bit more structured, but I feel like I don't already have everything too planned, that's when I'm most successful. So that's what I decided to do. Roll 10 times and then throughout the month of March pick one prompt at a time. With some exceptions, some I do have to read regardless if they get picked or not. Anyway, let's cut now to roll number 1. It is time for Roll of Reads 2025 and I am so excited. I didn't have a board, but I figured that this is fine. These are the rewards, these are the punishments, and these are the spare props. Okay, so let's go for Roll of Reads 2025, roll number 1. And it's a 5, which is randomize your TBR. Okay, so roll number 1, I got number 5, which is one of those prompts that is always on the board, so you don't replace it, that's always there. And the prompt was to randomize your TBR. So one of the things I've been doing the last few days is making sure this guy is up to date. So this is basically all my own TBR unread books. There's a lot of them. I think there's like 235 or something, which is, I know it's not a lot compared to a lot of booktubers or a lot of people who watch booktube and, you know, the book world in general, but to me it's a lot and it's hanging over my head a little bit. I really need to cut it down. Even though this prompt does scare me, I think it's necessary. So I'm just going to, yeah, swirl it around a bit and then pick one and find out what it is. I've literally, yeah, okay, this one. Oh, it matches my jumper. Is that a good sign or is that a bad sign? Oh, I've just seen it's an audiobook. And it is a non-fiction, okay? So this is Welcome to the Universe. I've got so many books on here that when I was studying physics, I like downloaded all the popular science books or like bought all the popular science books. I have a lot of them and I do still want to read them. I think if I start it and I'm like, okay, I don't feel like I'm getting anything new out of it because perhaps I've covered it during my studies or perhaps I've read a book kind of similar recently, then I will DNF it and get rid of it because, yeah, I do have a lot of them. So this is an astrophysical tour. Oh, this is by Neil deGrasse Tyson. I've never actually read or listened to anything by him. Is it only him? I don't think it is. So it says it's a personal guided tour of the cosmos by 3 of today's leading astrophysicists. Oh, here we go. Neil deGrasse Tyson, Michael A. Strauss, and J. Richard Gott. So yeah, everything universe. Roll number 2. Can you see that? I'm not sure. That is a 13. 13. So 15, 14, 13. Oh yes, okay, this one is to read same genre as your last 5-star read and replace the prompt. So row number 2 got us to read a book that is the same genre as your last 5-star read. My last 5-star read was A Brief History of Black Holes by Dr. Becky Smethurst, which I do need to make a video about. I really do need to do that, my video about black holes. The reason why I haven't filmed the video yet is because I do also want to read another book before I do it, and that is this one, which is White Holes by Carlo Rovelli. I really want to read this because I don't really have any idea what white holes are, and this is about new cutting edge research. There's been no proofs or anything like that yet, I don't think. So I'm just really, really intrigued to read this. I did start it, and I do really like the writing style of this one, and I just wanted to be able to talk about it in the video where I talk about this one. So I got sick and I stopped reading it, so I really need to just sit down and read it. It shouldn't take me long because it's so short, and I do have access to the audio as well, and it's only like 2 or 3 hours or something. So I just need to be good, sit down, read it, and then I can film my video after I've done it. Time for rule number 3. 12, so close to getting 13 again. This one's number 12, so it is BIPOC author. And replace the prompt. Okay, so role number 3 got me BIPOC author, and so for this I'm going to choose a book that I'm reading for my friends and family book club, which is The 7 Moons of Marley Almeida by Shahan Karunatilaka. So I believe this is set in Sri Lanka. Yeah, and I'm really, really intrigued by this one. So this basically says that you're following the guy in the title, and he is a war photographer, gambler and closet gay, and he has woken up dead in what seems like a celestial visa office. So basically his body is in a lake somewhere and he has no idea who killed him. And it says, at a time when scores are settled by death squad, suicide bombers and hired goons, the list of suspects is depressingly long, as the ghouls and ghosts who cluster around him can attest. And then it basically says he's got 7 moons to try and contact the man and woman he loves most and lead them to a hidden cache of photos that will rock Sri Lanka. So I have no idea what that means, but I'm so intrigued, and it won the Booker Prize in 2022 as well, so yeah, I'm really excited to read this one and discuss it with my friends and family. Role number 4 is a number 3, which is here, and it is BookTuber's favourite book. So let's replace that prompt. So role number 4 got me to read a BookTuber's favourite book. And so for this, I decided to watch Reagan. So from the Peruse Project, Reagan, she's an absolutely huge booktuber. I really, really love watching her videos. And I watched one of her all-time favourite fantasy book videos because she is big on fantasy. She reads so much. She's full of knowledge and all the greats, basically. And she named the 5th season as one of her all-time favourite books. And she didn't just name the first one, which is the 5th season, she also named The Obelisk Gate and the 3rd one as some of her all-time favourite books as well. And so yeah, this is what I chose for that. So I have already read the 5th season, now I really want to get onto The Obelisk Gate. I would tell you what it's about, but I can't quite remember. I can remember, but I think I can mainly remember from a spoilery point of view. So I'm not going to say anything just yet until I do a bit of research. But yeah, super excited to continue on with this series. I did really, really like the 5th season. Role number 5. Oh, that was spun so good. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is a 2024-2025 release. And replace the prompt. Okay, next up we got Read a Book that is a 2024-2025 release, and so for this one I'm actually going to listen to a book with my partner, and it is Bob Mortimer's second novel in this particular world, which is called The Hotel Avocado, and it's basically like a comedy crime, like British comedy crime book, essentially. Like Bob Mortimer is a comedian in the UK and he's really funny, and he narrates the books himself, and we really enjoyed listening to the first one, so we decided to listen to the second one together. I have already started it, but we're not that far in, and it will probably take us quite a while to finish because we're listening to it together, even though it's not that long. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. It should be fun, especially listening to it with Spence. Role number 6 is a 14, so that's this one, and it is Social Media Scroll. So role number 6, we've got Social Media Scroll, and so I did go on Instagram and there was just random reels. I don't really go on Instagram so much anymore, and it was just like nonsense reels with no books. I was like, what has happened to my Instagram? I don't understand what's going on. So I decided to ditch it and I went to Goodreads, and I think I can show you. I do have friends and family that probably don't want me to share their Goodreads online, so if I can show you a snippet of it. Basically I scrolled down and I reached Amy from A-Star Reads' post, one of her posts, where she said that she has started reading Pachinko by Min-Jin Lee. And so this is the book that has to be chosen for this one because I have it already readily available and I do really want to read it. As far as I'm aware, this is like a really powerful family kind of saga that starts with following a young woman who gets pregnant, and then it's kind of following her for a bit and then her descendants and then their descendants, I believe. Other than that, I really don't know very much more, so I am excited to delve into this one and find out exactly what it's about. And replace that prompt. We haven't had any 1s or 20s or double numbers yet, so we're already on number 7. Oh, there we go, number 13. Am I a witch? Maybe. So for the second time, we've got number 13, which is this one. And, oh gosh, what is my favourite show? Mentioned in your favourite show. Although that's going to be quite hard. And replace that one. Okay, roll number 7. I had to jinx myself and say, oh, we haven't had any doubles yet, have we? And then immediately got one. I swear sometimes I am a witch, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, this prompt was to read a book mentioned in one of your favourite shows. And I have no idea what to do for this one because all my favourite shows, like, I love, not gonna lie, Neighbours. Yes, I love the soap Neighbours, and yes, it did just get cancelled for the 2nd time. But they don't really talk about books in Neighbours. And I was like, okay, what other things do I like watching? I do like The Office, but I looked up The Office. There wasn't really many books that were mentioned in The Office. There are some, so I could scrape the barrel and like try and pick one of those books. I really did want a book that I already owned though, to be honest. I do like Friends, but again, when I looked up the list, there wasn't very many and definitely none that I already owned. I do like the Gilmore Girls, but it's not a favourite because I haven't actually watched much of it. Like, I've watched a season and a half, I think. So I do enjoy it, but I wouldn't class it as like a favourite. But I think what's going to happen is if I end up pulling this prompt, then I'm going to make a decision like at that point. Because I just did loads of research the other day and I delved into like a big rabbit hole and I couldn't really find anything. I was even looking up Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I love that show. I'm probably forgetting a whole load of obvious shows that I could use. If you know any shows that are on TV that do have big long book lists, then please do mention it down in the comments because then I can maybe check it out and be like, would I class that as a favourite? Worst comes to worst, I use Gilmore Girls because I do really like it, I just haven't seen very much. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about this prompt for now. I'll worry about it if it comes up during March. Roll number 9. And number 13. Why do I even talk? I think I am a witch. Okay, so number 13 is the one we literally just put down, which is blind pick, which I'm not sure what that means actually. And replace that prompt. Can't believe that. Oh no, and we get a punishment. Oh no. Okay, so the punishment is... Please be kind of okay. Oh no, that's not a punishment, that's a good one. Okay. No! I've got to pick 2 books for the next prompt. This better be a good one. This better be a good one. Okay, so roll number 8 got me another 13, which means that then I needed to pull a punishment, which as you saw was to read 2 books for my next pick. So not this pick, my next one. So I wasn't sure what to do for blind pick because I didn't know about isolating a shelf or anything like that at home. So what I did was I went on Goodreads. Can't remember how I organised it now, but I organised it in like an order that I wouldn't have a clue where the books came. Like, I can't remember what I did now, but you can probably see it on the screen when I screenshot it. And then I scrolled for ages, like down and then up and then down and then up, and so I had no clue. And then basically I put my finger on the thing that it was, and the book that it stopped at was actually one that I'm partway through, which is a miracle. I mean, what? That's crazy. And it's Reality Is Not What It Seems. Another book by Carlo Rovelli, I just realised. That's so weird. I'm like halfway through this book and enjoying it, nearly halfway through. So it would be good to get back to it. I started reading it at the beginning of the year, and because I had other things to read, I started reading other things. And to be honest, I'm in the middle of so many books right now because I've been so indecisive this year, like it's just mad. But this is all about the journey to quantum gravity, and I don't really know anything about quantum gravity, so that's why I wanted to read this. The lovely Amy from A Star Reads gifted this to me, so yeah, I'm really excited. Well, I will be really excited to pick this back up if this comes up in March. This is roll number 9, so let's find out what it is. 5. We've had that as well. Oh no. Oh, randomise your TBR. So I've got to randomise my TBR twice. That's quite dangerous, especially in my house where I have loads of non-fiction books that I have ignored over the years. I'm so sorry for the lighting. It's got darker and darker outside. So yeah, I apologise about that. Okay, so roll number 9 got me 2 of randomise your TBR, which is terrifying because I don't know what could end up on this TBR. So let's just go straight in and pick one. Green. The colours don't mean anything. I know that some people do colour coordinate their books, but I just leave it at random. Okay, so what's this? This feels like an old one because it feels so well opened and closed again. What's that? Oh no, you've got to be joking. The God Delusion. This is one of those books that I don't know if I want to read anymore. So maybe it's a good thing to start it and see. Okay, so here is The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins. I apparently bought 3 for 2 at Waterstones. I don't even know how many years ago. Many years ago I bought this book. It doesn't actually tell me much about it, but I do think that he is a very like stout not Christian, definitely not. He's a very stout, even the right word? I don't know. He's an atheist basically, and he is arguing against God in this book. And yeah, I was interested to pick it up at one stage. I feel less interested to pick it up now. It's one of these books that may be interesting to read. I don't know. I'll try it and see if it comes up. But this could be a DNF, in all honesty. Okay, so now let's go for pick number 3 out of this pot. I really hope it's not a non-fiction again. It would be really great if it's a fiction. Okay, another green. Again, doesn't mean anything, but we'll see. Oh, it's long. It's a long thing. What does that say? Oh my god. Here's another non-fiction. Things to Make and Do in the 4th dimension. I'll get that. Okay, so here's this one. Things to Make and Do in the 4th dimension by Matt Parker. Matt Parker is a mathematician who, yeah, this is all about the 4th dimension and things that you can do to like maybe help you. You can't visualize it, but maybe kind of help you understand the 4th dimension a little bit more, I think. And to be honest, I mean, I really do like maths. And there's like loads of like little diagrams in here, just kind of making it a bit more accessible and fun, I think. And Matt Parker, he's a YouTuber as well. Actually, he's got his own YouTube channel about maths. And I used to love watching it when I was studying. So I do really want to pick this up because I think he's a nice guy and I think he's quite fun. So yeah, I'd be happy if this came up. Let's go for roll number 10. Oh, this is the last roll, I think. Yeah, because I don't think you add rolls. I think you just get a punishment. So roll number 10 is the last roll. And we get an 11, which is this one. So that is gifted or from a sub box. Okay, so finally roll number 10 got gifted or sub box book. And I don't really get sub boxes, so I decided to go for gifted, and I've decided to pick A Long Petal of the Sea by Isabel Allende. This was bought for the by my stepmom. She rated this like 5 stars, I think. So she wanted me to have it, see if I'd like it as well. And it says, Victor Dalmau, not sure how to pronounce that, is a young doctor when he is caught up in the Spanish Civil War, an event that leaves his life and the fate of his country forever changed. Together with his sister-in-law, the pianist Rosa, he is forced out of Barcelona and into exile in Chile. There they find themselves enmeshed in a rich web of characters who come together in love and tragedy over the course of 4 generations, destined to witness the battle between freedom and repression as it plays out across the world. So that sounds interesting. And weird, another like generational book. But yeah, this is what I'm picking. I'm so sad because it's all ripped at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. It's such a pretty book that I feel sad that that's happened. But anyway, that's it. That's the last one. I guess you could call this my pile of possibilities for the game, and a few others that are on ebook, or at least one other on ebook. I'm excited to see what kind of comes up in March. I definitely need some sort of structure. And like I say, I won't be worried if I've got to DNF. In Mel's game, you can submit books that you say that you've completed a prompt and then you get put in for a giveaway. I won't submit any books that I'm already partway through, but I am going to include books I've already partway through just because I want to continue reading them. But if I complete a full book for a prompt, then I will submit that. But yeah, I won't cheat the system and only read like half a book and enter that. But yeah, I'm really excited. It should be a fun reading month. Hopefully I'll vlog, but you know me. Well, you might not know me, but I really struggle to vlog. So at the very least, I hope I come back and give you a rundown of what I actually read. At the very most, I would love to vlog. Alright guys, if you're joining in with Roll of Reads, let me know what rolls you got, or if you've got a TBR video that I can watch, I'd love that. And yeah, let me know down in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care everyone, bye!